This here is Boom Studios' Go-Go Power Rangers comic, issue number 6. This issue begins over 10,000 years ago, showing how each planet surrenders to Rita. There's even mention of Regda 2 and Tarmac 3 again, which were planets in the original TV show. The whole point of this bit of history is to show how Squat came to serve Rita. When she conquered Myogo, Squat's parents offered him to Rita as a baby, so he could serve her when he grows up. Squat's parents say he is all they have. When Rita asks them if they're willing to give him up just to spare their lives, they say yes. Rita then has them seized. She then seemingly gives Squat his name when she says to him, "You're a squat little thing, aren't you?" But what exactly happened to his parents? Did she have them killed? We don't know. But it was a nice little bit of backstory into Squat's origins. Back in the present at Angel Grove High, Jason wants to talk to Trini about her crush on him. But as Trini says hi to him, he chickens out and says he's got to rush off. So things are a bit awkward between them. Kimberly is asking Zack if he's found out who his secret admirer is from the previous issue. They go through a few names of some girls, but Zack shoots down all of Kimberly's guesses. Then Billy works out who it is. Vital, insignificant, ordinary, lonely, eccentric, typical. The first letters of those words spell out the name Violet, which Zack failed to notice. Those words pretty much describe Violet here. Zack says he will have to talk with Violet, but he thought it was cooler when it was a mystery as to who his secret admirer was. We then see Bulk and Skull still trying to get signatures to give Bulk a chance to run for Homecoming King. Somehow they got enough, so they just need 5 more signatures. Possibly through bribery, as they hold up a Power Rangers t-shirt saying they'll give one away to the first 5 who sign for Bulk. Marlowe from the previous issue isn't happy about this and is seemingly going to do something to harm Bulk. Now onto fake Matt with real Matt's family. They're at the drive-in movies when Goldar and a group of putties attack. Zordon contacts Jason, Zack, Kimberly and Trini, who are about to be teleported into battle. The problem is Billy could not be contacted because he was at his interview for the internship at Promethea. As the interviewers ask Billy what he brings to Promethea, he gets up and tells them he has to go. The lead interviewer thinks he's just nervous and asks him to tell them why he thinks he belongs at Promethea anyway. Now I'm unsure because of the artwork here, but is the interviewer Andrea from the main series? In the most recent issue in the main series, Andrea was speculating that she had already met the Blue Ranger before, which Billy denied. This may be that moment. Anyway, Billy says he might not belong at Promethea. In short, Billy knows he's smart, but with that comes fear. He refers to his Power Rangers friends saying how brave they are, how they find everything so uncomplicated, whereas Billy analyzes. He can see how everything works except himself. And he asks Promethea if they can show him how the company is right for him. This is probably the moment that cost him the internship in the main series. Back at the drive-in, the putties approach Kira, Matt's sister. Fake Matt tells her to run, whilst he tells the putties the plan's changed. They back off and Zack asks if he's alright. So it seems that Zack may have seen something. After telling Fake Matt to get somewhere safe, the Rangers take on Goldar. Kimberly tells Goldar to give up before they clip his wings. Funny that, considering how he didn't have his wings after the Day of the Dumpster episode in the TV series. He only got them back when Lord Zed was introduced in the second series. Suddenly, Billy teleports in and Goldar grabs him from behind with his sword at Billy's throat. With Billy on the verge of death, bright lights beam at Goldar, and there's some honking as a minivan rams into him. It's Fake Matt who crashes into Goldar. Billy is freed, so Goldar and the putties teleport away. Back at the command center, Jason is confronting Billy as to where he was when the Rangers were called into battle. Billy says he's entitled to some privacy and can only apologize. Alpha tries to defuse the situation by apologizing for teleporting Billy so close to Goldar. But Jason said that's not the point. Trini tells Billy they teleport as a team for protection, and that he could have been killed teleporting in solo. He says he knows that as the sword was at his throat. On that note, I don't get Power Rangers sometimes. Here, Tommy can slash Jason's neck with a dragon dagger in the TV series, and Jason's fine after a few sparks fly. And yet here, when a sword is held to Billy, he could have been killed. So, where's the logic in that? Kimberly then jumps in because she's concerned that Rita is going after Matt because he's a friend of the Rangers. Jason thinks it's just a coincidence, but Kimberly feels strongly about this and asks Jason if he's willing to risk the lives of his parents on that bet, and the same with Trini's. Zordon comes in and sympathizes with Kimberly, but tells her that the more their loved ones know, the more danger they'd be in. Next, we see Squat and Babu take food to the real Matt. They try to get him to eat, but Matt kicks the food away. He tells them if Rita wants Matt to eat, then she can go feed him herself. That's not something Squat and Babu want to do. Matt looks down and sees the fork by his feet. Probably going to be used as part of his escape plan at some point. At Ernie's juice bar, the Rangers talk to fake Matt about his heroics. Kimberly tells him if he does something like that again, she'll break up with him. Rita then communicates with fake Matt telepathically, so he excuses himself. You can tell by the way Zack watches him, he suspects something. Outside in the alley, fake Matt explains his actions at the drive-in. Rita explains the attack was meant to make him a victim, not a hero. Fake Matt says Goldar could have killed the Blue Ranger, but he can give Rita all 5 Rangers. Rita warns him that he's spending a lot of time with the teenagers, and that he must never forget what he is. Zack discusses with Trini at a football match about Matt's strange behaviour. He tells Trini that he spotted Matt saying something at the drive-in, which resulted in the putties leaving him alone. So, that definitely was spotted by Zack that evening, which is why he was looking at Matt so suspiciously as he walked out at the juice bar. Trini asks Zack if he wants to tell Kimberly, but he decides not to until they know for sure what's going on. Outside of the stadium, Bulk is trying to get a girl to go with him to the homecoming dance, so that she'd be in a shout of becoming homecoming queen. She doesn't seem keen on going because her friend Tasha isn't going, but then Skull offers to go with Tasha. They strike a deal as the girl expects dinner, a corsage, chivalry, one dance, and no extracurricular activity. Given that the original source material for this comic was a children's TV show, it's quite a big step to refer to mature themes here with the mention of extracurricular activities. And this whole page looked very adult anyway, given how it looks like Bulk is trying to get an escort for the dance. Back inside the stadium, Kimberly congratulates Fake Matt on winning the game. As she tries to kiss him, he backs away into the locker room. While she wonders what that was all about, Billy appears explaining why he wasn't at the game. It's because he's been thinking of a solution to their problems. Basically, in order to protect Matt and for Billy to help the team, Matt should be the new Blue Ranger. And that's how this issue ends. So, conflict in the team is still present, and one way to solve this is by having Matt become the Blue Ranger, meaning that he'll have the power to protect himself, Kimberly can be honest with him, and Billy won't need to fight anymore. We know that obviously won't happen, given that in the main series, Billy is still the Blue Ranger. Or won't it? Boom Studios say that the Shattered Grid event is coming up, where Rangers from every team will take on Lord Drakon of the main series. The event will occur in both the main series and Go-Go Power Rangers. So, is there a twist on its way? Subscribe to the series to find out.